Hey guys, Kaido here with another video today. I got you the updated Kha'zix build guide for Split 2 patch 14.10. People think he's a weak champion, but I don't believe he is. In the right hands and right draft, he's pretty strong. My win rates are pretty insane on my accounts with very high KDAs, all in Master Plus games, and with the Kha'zix buffs coming soon, it might make him just stomp on some matchups like Lee Sin from Conqueror or even Rengar. Let's look at the runes. For shards, you only run double adaptive with scaling health every game. For the first setup, you can run Conqueror with Triumph, Legend Haste, and Coup, or Last Stand. I prefer Coup as it helps me secure kills, and the new Haste rune is strong with your kit and has great synergy with Conqueror. Secondary runes, you have 3 options. Inspiration Tree with free boots, Cosmic for stable games, Sorcery Tree with Transcendence Gathering for scaling, Domination Tree with Eyeball Collection, Treasure Hunter for snowball games. For the second setup, and my preferred setup most of my games, is Dark Harvest. With Sudden Impact, Eyeball Collection, and Treasure Hunter, this page is to try to help you drop high kills, and your supporting runes will either help you do more damage or help you make more money to get your items faster. Secondary runes, you got 2 options. Inspiration Tree, you got the usual free boots and Cosmic for stable games. Sorcery Tree, you got the Gathering Storm, and you can choose between Transcendence and or Absolute Focus. Transcendence if you want to prio CDR over more AD. I do suggest Absolute Focus if you're playing full glass cannon one-shot Assassin Kha'zix. Now for builds, I'm going to go over boots, dirk items, and defensive items before the actual builds. For boots, you have 3 options: CD boots, Tabais, and Mercs. You should go CD boots in 7 out of your 10 games. More CDR equals more damage. Tabai, obviously, you should buy in annoying matchups like Rengar or Lee Sin, and obviously versus heavy 80 attacking comps. Lastly, Mercs versus heavy CC. Now for dirk items. Yimu and Edronite will always be his best dirk items in my opinion, just because of how Kha'zix functions in a game. Yimu's gives you a lot of MS, which is good to help you get to places. Edronite is a strong item that can block any annoying abilities. Hubris is also a good item because it gives AD and CDR, but it does feel slow unless you are noob stomping the enemy team, just getting a lot of kills. Kha'zix is a type of champion that needs to play high tempo and ahead of the curve, so that's why having movement speed to be where you need to be helps you, as you already have enough damage when targets are isolated. I don't like Opportunity as the item because your kit has 2 or 3 charges of stealth depending on your evolve, and a leap, which can also be evolved to have resets. So the champion already has very high mobility in itself. That's why this item is good on champs like Rengar and Shaco, because they are fully committed when they go in. Serpent's Fang for when they have a lot of shields, and not just one, they have to have multiple. Collector gets a lot of hate as an item on Kha'zix. I don't know why, but when this item is actually buildable on him, and also paired with Dark Harvest especially as a rune, you will drop very high kills. You should go this item when they have 3+ squish champs and you are planning to have E and R evolve out of the 3 evolves in that game. Now for defensive items, pretty simple. You have Randuin's versus heavy 80 crit champions, Maw versus double EP. Usually double AP plus Maw is very good. Unless they have like Karthus solo AP comp where you kind of need Maw, you should buy it. It does give you a lot of value as a champion. It's very OP because it gives CDR again, you know, and it's also Omnivamp instead of Lifesteal, which is very broken on 80 champions. Death Dance is a good item when you pair it with Eclipse, in my opinion, and lastly GA is just a good 5th or 6th item for teamfighting and just baiting an opponent. Now let's look at the builds currently. We should be familiar with this one. Your 3 core will always be a dirk item, which will usually be Yumu's or Hedronite, like I explained earlier, Profane Hydra, and Grudge. This build is the best order to match the game pace on Kha'zix. You need Grudge most of your games, third, because if anyone buys any armor, you will start doing no damage, especially versus the Tabai abusers. So Grudge is a mandatory 3rd item, 9 out of 10 games, most likely. As for Profane being part of the 3 core, I always believed you going this item allowed you to 1v9 games because it helps you farm anything on your screen and it increases the damage in your combo by a lot. So for me, it's an absolute best in slot item. As for the filler items, Eclipse is a fantastic 4th item as it gives a lot of AD and a shield to help you in fights and 1v1 duels. I like IXA Mark a lot because of R Evolve, and I like CDR a lot as a stat for Kha'zix. Because CDR equals more damage on this champion, also lowers your RCD, which is very important, especially when you're playing R Evolve. And now for the second build. It's kind of similar to the first build, but the difference is that Eclipse is going to be part of your 3 core, because there will be games where it will be a lot of fighting and you were able to rush Profane first item, but you want a strong team fighter or skirmish type item, which Eclipse fits perfectly. You will be buying Grudge third to make sure you don't do negative damage versus any armor abusers. And I'll usually go Axiom Mark in my games because I R-evolve a lot of my 3 evolves, majority of my games. And I'll be talking more about evolves in the next video. I'll be doing a evolve specific video to tell you, like, just to teach you or like help you learn what evolves you should do in a game and just how to adapt naturally to a game. But carrying on with this guide, filler items with this build, I would suggest buying more defensive type items like Maw and Randuin's, because you're probably going to be playing in their face a lot when you have Eclipse, so more defensive type items because you already have a lot of damage in your kit is just very nice. Now for the matchups of current patch, and will still probably be annoying to verse next patch. I perm ban Tilia. This champion is unplayable to play verse and very broken right now. You can win the matchup, don't get me wrong, but I play in high elo, so the Tilia players are actually not inting usually. You just won't be able to get onto them. Kha'zix is a very simple champion, and to me, it's not very hard to play against if you don't make very bad mistakes. Kha'zix is very good at punishing mistakes, and that's just an assassin thing in general, but Kha'zix is very exceptional at it. Karthus matchup is just turbo cringe right now. How I have played this matchup recently is that I literally walk into enemy jungle level 1 and force him to run around for camps, and if I'm able to trade 1-for-1, that's very good for me. I don't like handshaking clears with him, as I will just be permanently behind in camps because of how fast he clears. When I didn't cheese him, I'm straight up down 2 to 3 levels easily just because of how slow my champ clears. You are probably wondering, wait, but why not invade him? Think about it. If the champ can finish his clear by 250 and I clear 6 camps by 320, he can walk into my jungle and contest my 5th and 6th camp, or he can take a tempo base and have an item advantage and be stronger at any early game skirmish, as I was unable to find a free base timer. He can easily steal your second rotation camps if you ever decide to waste time. And you're probably wondering, why can't I 3 camp evade him? Well, by the time I finish my 3 camps, the guy is on his red buff and already doing his red buff while I'm walking there, and the red buff will probably die by the time I even get there in time. So you can maybe fight him on the Krugs, but usually he can be very well defended on the Krug camp by their laner. And now for Rek'Sai, it's kind of a laner diff matchup as to where if he has gankable lanes, you can't do anything about it really, but hope they fuck up and you can pick up free kills. You can't really invade him as you lose the 1v1, and he just marks you well and is able to counter your jump with Umbaro. The least annoying out of all the hard matchups, but you can win the 1v1 though. If you do have first jump on him somehow, if you do find him, you can run Conquer in this matchup. You just completely stomp him 1v1, but like usually, like if you do get tracked, then it's just hard to play. That's all I have for today's video, but I hope you learned a thing or two for the current patch, and I mean honestly the build's gonna be the same for future patches anyways. If you have any questions or comments on today's content, feel free to leave a comment below. I'll try to respond to every comment on YouTube or like Discord. Make sure you check out our Discord. There's a link down below also. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to like and subscribe, guys. I'll see you guys next time. And also, actually, before one more thing, just remind you again, I will also be doing a Kha'zix Evolve guide. I should finish in a few days, but it should be pretty in-depth and pretty easy to take in. So yeah. Please make sure to have your notifications on, and yeah, again, see you guys next time.